So, next topic, vectors and linear dependence. So, in matrices, what is vector? Any quantity having n components, any quantity having n components is called vector of order n, right. So, any quantity having n components is called vector of order n. So, therefore, the coefficients in the linear equation, coefficients in the linear equation or the elements in a row matrix or the column matrix will form a vector, clear. So, therefore, the coefficients in linear equation or the elements in a row matrix or column matrix will form a vector. Thus, any n numbers x1, x2 up to xn written in a particular order, constitute a vector x, So, this means that in this vector we have n numbers. The next definition, what is linear dependent vectors? Suppose we have given 3, 4, 5 vectors, then how can we say that these vectors are linear dependent or linear independent? So, next definition is linear dependent vectors. So, the vectors x1, x2, xn are said to be linearly dependent. The vectors x1, x2, xn are said to be linearly dependent. In x1 we have 3 elements or 4 elements, in x2 we have 3 or 4 elements, similarly in xn we have 3 or 4 elements. Okay. So, the vectors x1, x2, xn are said to be linearly dependent if there exist n numbers lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n. If there exist n numbers lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n, not all 0, such that lambda 1 x1 plus lambda 2 x2 plus and so on plus lambda n xn is equal to 0. Okay. Not all 0. Okay. Not all 0. So, the vectors x1 to xn are said to be linearly dependent if there exist n numbers lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n, not all 0, such that this condition holds good. This linear combination lambda 1 x1 plus lambda 2 x2 plus and so on lambda n xn are equal to 0. Then we say that these vectors are linearly dependent. Linearly independent vectors. If no such numbers other than 0 exist, in this case not all 0, it may be lambda 1 is not equal to 0, it may be lambda 1, lambda 2 both not equal to 0, okay, but not all 0, clear. So, if no such numbers other than 0 exist, then the vectors are said to be linearly independent, they are not depend upon each other, clear, but in this case they depend upon each other. Now, let us suppose that these vectors, these n vectors are linearly dependent. Let us suppose that x1, x2, xn are said to be linearly dependent. Then by definition there exist n numbers, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n, not all 0. Let us suppose that lambda 1 is not equal to 0. Let us suppose that lambda 1 is not equal to 0. Then we can write this equation 1 like this way: x1 is equal to minus 1 over lambda 1 because lambda 1 is not equal to 0, and within the bracket these terms, okay, from this to this means lambda 2 x2 plus lambda 3 x3 plus and so on plus lambda n xn. So, x1 is equal to this, and this can also be written as x1 is equal to mu 2 x2, mu 2 is minus lambda 2 over lambda 1 is mu 2 minus lambda 3 over lambda 1 is mu 3. Okay. So, mu 2 x2 plus mu 3 x3 plus and so on mu n xn. So, this expression can also be written like this way. This means that the vectors x1 is said to be a linear combination of the remaining vectors. Clear? This means that this x1 is a linear combination of the remaining vectors x1, x2, x3 and so on xn. So, when we say that the vectors are linearly dependent, this means that they depend upon each other. Then one vector, any vector can be represented as linear combination of the other vectors, but in case of independent vectors we cannot represent like this way. Now, this example, are the vectors are linearly dependent? X1 is 1 3 4 2, x2 is 3 minus 1 2 2, x3 is 2 minus 1 3 2, linearly dependent? If so, express one of these as a linear combination of others. If they are linearly dependent, then represent any one vector as a linear combination of other vectors. So, since we know that these three vectors are said to be linear dependent, then by definition there exist numbers lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 not all 0, not all 0. This means at least one is not 0, clear? So, not all 0 such that lambda 1 x1 plus lambda 2 x2 plus lambda 3 x3 is equal to 0. Okay? So, since we know that the vectors x1, x2, x3 are said to be linear dependent, if there exist numbers lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 not all 0 such that this equation holds good. Now, this equation means lambda 1, the substitute the value of x1, x1 is 1 3 4 2 plus lambda 2, x2 is 3 minus 5 2 2, 3 minus 1 2 2, sorry, this one is 5, okay, 5, and lambda 3 is 2 minus 1 3 2, so 2 minus 1 3 2, okay. Now, calculate this one. So, from this equation lambda 1 plus 3 lambda 2 plus 2 lambda 3 is equal to 0, first equation. Similarly, 3 lambda 1 minus 5 lambda 2 minus lambda 3 is equal to 0. 4 lambda 1 plus 2 lambda 2 plus 3 lambda 3 is equal to 0. And last 2 lambda 1 plus 2 lambda 2 plus 2 lambda 3 is equal to 0. Now, solve these 4 equations and we have given 3 unknowns. Okay. So, when you solve this one, so write down in matrix form, okay, 1 3 2 3 minus 5 1 4 2 3 2 2 2 lambda 1 lambda 2 lambda 3 0 0 0 0. Now, operating this operation and then we obtain this result, and then operating this operation and then we obtain this type of matrix. And again you can solve, simplify by taking minus 7 here common, okay. So, minus 1 over 7 common. So, we obtain this type of matrix. Now, this matrix can be written as, this combination can be written as lambda 1 plus 3 lambda 2 plus 2 lambda 3 is equal to 0 and 2 lambda 2 plus lambda 3 is equal to 0. So, we have ultimately 2 equations and 3 unknowns, right. So, from these equations, okay, lambda 3 is equal to lambda 3, this from this equation lambda 3 is equal to minus 2 lambda 2, okay, and substitute this equation here, we obtain lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2, and from this equation lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 lambda 3, okay. So, now these are satisfied by the values lambda 1 is equal to 1. So, lambda 2 is 1 and lambda 3 is minus 1. So, we have 2 equations, but 3 unknowns. So, we can choose one unknown arbitrary, right. So, when we choose one unknown arbitrary, right, let us suppose lambda 1 is 1, okay, then calculate lambda 2 and lambda 3 which are not 0, Thus, the given vectors are linearly dependent. And when these are linear dependent, write the expression lambda 1 x1 plus lambda 2 x2 plus lambda 3 x3 is equal to 0 means x1 plus x2 minus 3 x3 is equal to 0. So, when you substitute all these values in 1, okay, we obtain x1 plus x2 minus 2 x3 is equal to 0. Now, you can represent this equation like this way, x1 is equal to 2 x3 minus x2. This means that any of the given vector can be expressed as a linear combination of the others, clear. Thus, x1 is a linear combination of x2 and x3, this one is the second part. Okay. So, in this way you can evaluate the linear dependent and linear independent vectors. Okay. So, if all lambda 1 0, lambda 2 0, lambda 3 0, then these vectors are linearly independent vectors. Okay. If not all 0, then these vectors are said to be linearly dependent. And when the vectors are linearly dependent, then we can represent any of the vectors as a linear combination of other or remaining vectors. Okay. Now, next topic is very interesting, consistency of linear system of equations. Consistency of linear system of equations. This topic is important. Okay. So, let us suppose that a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus and so on a1 and xn is equal to k1, k1 non-zero number, clear. a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus and so on a2n xn is equal to k2, second non-homogeneous equation. Right side is not equal to 0. So, this one is non-homogeneous equation. So, this one is the first non-homogeneous equation, this one is the second, this one is the mth non-homogeneous equation, am1 x1 plus am2 x2 plus and so on plus amn xn is equal to km. This one is the mth non-homogeneous equation. So, let this set be the system of m non-homogeneous equations, m non-homogeneous equations in n unknowns, and unknowns are x1, x2, x3 and so on xn, clear, in n unknowns x1, x2, x3 and so on xn. So, let us consider this system of equations, this system of m non-homogeneous equations, and total number of unknowns are n, x1, x2, xn. Now, if we write A is equal to coefficient matrix A11, A12, A21. So, A11 this, A12 this, similarly AMN this. So, this one is m by n matrix. So, if we write A is equal to this, x is equal to x1, x2, xn means n by 1 and B is equal to k1, k2, km, m by 1, then this one system of equations in matrix form can be written like this way, Ax is equal to B. So, this one is the matrix representation of linear system of equations, Ax is equal to B. So, in compact form, in matrix form, this can be written as Ax is equal to B. Now question is, what is the solution of these type of equations? Whether solution exists or not. If solution exists, then system is said to be consistent. Otherwise, system is said to be inconsistent. Okay. So, what is solution? Question is, what is solution of a linear system of equations? So, any set of values of x1, x2 up to xn, any set of values of x1, x2, xn, we have m equations, clear? We have m equations, we have n unknowns. So, any set of values of x1, x2, xn which simultaneously satisfy all these equations, all these m equations. Okay. So, satisfy all these equations is called a solution of the system of equations 1, and 1 means Ax is equal to B. Okay. So, any set of values of x1, x2 up to xn which simultaneously satisfy all the equations is said to be the solution of the system of equations 1. Next definition, what is consistent and what is inconsistent, right. So, when the system of equations has one or more solutions, this means if solution exists, it may be single solution, one solution, it may be infinite number of solutions, clear. So, if the system of equations have one or more solutions, then the equations are said to be consistent. Then the equations are said to be consistent, otherwise they are said to be inconsistent. Inconsistent means solution does not exist, okay, and consistent means solution exists, clear. So, if we have one or more solutions, then we say that the system is said to be consistent. If we have no solution, right, then system is said to be inconsistent. Then we need one special type of matrix when you calculate, when you check the consistency of the system of equations, we need a very important matrix, and that matrix is known as augmented matrix. So, what is augmented matrix? The matrix K is equal to A dot 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 B. So, A is this coefficient matrix and B is K1, K2 up to Km. So, write this matrix like this way, okay. So, first write coefficient matrix, then dot 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 dot, just to separate these two matrices K1, K2 and Km. So, this K is called the augmented matrix of the given system of equations, okay. The augmented matrix of the given system of equations. So, augmented matrix is represented by K, which is equal to A B, not product, but A B. So, write A here and K1, K2, Km here, okay. Then we have one important theorem, theorem of consistency. Sometimes that theorem is known as Ruchi's theorem. So, what is the statement of this theorem? The system of equations Ax is equal to B is consistent. The system of equations Ax is equal to B is consistent, that is possesses a solution, that is possesses a solution if and only if the coefficient matrix A and the augmented matrix K, K means AB, are of the same rank, are of the same rank. So, if rank of A is 3, rank of K is 3, this means system is said to be consistent, okay. So, if the coefficient matrix A and the augmented matrix K are of the same rank, then the system is said to be consistent, otherwise the system is said to be inconsistent, clear. So, remember, consistent means solution exists, inconsistent means solution does not exist, clear. So, what is the proof? How can we prove this statement? Okay. So, let A11 x1, A12 x2, A1 and xn is equal to K1, A21 x1 plus A22 x2 plus and so on, A2 and xn is equal to K2. And mth equation is am1 x1 plus am2 x2 plus and so on, amn xn is equal to km, be a system of m non-homogeneous equations in n unknowns x1, x2, x3 and so on xn. And matrix form of this system of equation is Ax is equal to B. Okay. We have already discussed this. Okay. So, how can we represent these m non-homogeneous equations in n unknowns, and how can we write the matrix form of this system of equations? Okay. Now, let us consider the following two possible cases. Let us consider the following two possible cases. First case is when the rank of A is equal to rank of K. Let us suppose that rank of A, rank means total number of non-zero rows. Briefly speaking, okay, rank is total number of non-zero rows after applying a sequence of elementary operations, elementary row operations, clear. So, when rank of A is equal to rank of K, and let us suppose this one is R, and R is less than or equal to the smaller of the numbers m and n, smaller of the numbers m and n. And case 2 is when the rank of A, that is R, is less than rank of K. In particular, let us suppose that rank of K is R plus 1. Okay. So, case 1, when rank of A is equal to rank of K is equal to R, Now, by suitable row operations, the system of equations Ax is equal to B can be reduced to this form. देखिए जब आप ऑपरेशंस अप्लाई करोगे तो जहां A11 है, ऑपरेशन अप्लाई होने के बाद वो नंबर चेंज हो जाएगा. एंड लेट अस सपोज दैट नंबर इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय B in place of A. Okay, so B11 x1 plus B12 x2 plus B1 and xn is equal to L1. Similarly, on the same line, when we apply operations here, also we have applied operation here. So K1 replaced by L1. Okay, so this one is first, this one is second, this one is rth. Okay, reason is this one is non-zero number because BRN, rank of A is R, and LR non-zero number because rank of K is R. So total number of equations M, right? And out of M equations, R equations we have written like this way. तो जब आप ऑपरेशंस अप्लाई करोगे तो कोशिश ये करनी है कि आपने मैक्सिमम ये जो प्रिंसिपल डायगोनल्स के नीचे की कोएफिशिएंट्स उनको जीरो करना है. ओके, 0 0 0 0, दिस लास्ट टर्म इज नॉन जीरो. दिस लास्ट टर्म, if suppose last term is 0, then rank of A is R minus 1, not R. Clear? So we have supposed rank of A is R. So due to this reason, this number is non-zero number. Okay, and remaining equations we have M minus R equations, and all remaining M minus R equations being all of the form 0 x1 plus 0 x2 plus 0 x3 plus 0 xn is equal to 0. So remaining M minus R equations of the form this one. Clear? So from equation 2, from equation this, will have a solution by choosing n minus r unknowns arbitrary. From this you can evaluate xn. Substitute the value of xn in the above equation, you will get the value of xn minus 1. And then substitute the value of xn and xn minus 1, you will get the value of xn minus 2, and so on. So ultimately, this system of equations have a solution by choosing n minus r unknowns arbitrary. Okay? This means solution will be unique only when r is equal to n. So when r is equal to n, clear? When r is equal to n, then solution is said to be unique. Otherwise, we get infinite number of solutions by choosing n minus r unknowns arbitrary. Clear? So all these equations are satisfied by this set of values. Hence, equations 1 are consistent, that is possesses a solution. Solution means the set of values of x1, x2 up to xn which simultaneously satisfy all the equations is called solution of the given system of equations. So from all these equations you can evaluate xn, xn minus 1, xn minus 2 and so on, x2 and x1, you will get the result. And when r is equal to n, then you will get a unique solution. And when r is less than n, then you can choose n minus r unknowns arbitrary, you will get the infinite number of solutions. Now case 2, when rank of A, that is r, is less than rank of K, and let us in particular let us suppose that rank of K is equal to r plus 1. Let us suppose rank of K is equal to r plus 1. Then by suitable row operations, the system of equations Ax is equal to B can be reduced. This first equation, this second equation, this one is rth equation, this one is non-zero number. Reason is rank of A is R. This statement is given. We have supposed that rank of A is equal to R. So when rank of A is equal to R, this means this number is non-zero number. And rank of K is R plus 1, this means this number is non-zero but this number is 0. Clear? K अपने आप में complete matrix है, A as well as B. Clear? A dot 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 and B. Clear? So this whole matrix is K. Clear? And remaining equations, remaining कितनी equations बची? Total m equations है, r plus 1 यहाँ पे लिख दी गई है. So m minus r plus 1. Okay? So the remaining m minus r plus 1 equations are of the form this and this. 0 x1 plus 0 x2 plus 0 x3 and so on, 0 xn is equal to 0. Now question is, what is solution? Solution is the set of values of x1, x2, xn which simultaneously satisfy all the equations. अब देखिए इस पर्टिकुलर इक्वेशन को देखिए, ये भी 0 है, ये भी कोफिशिएंट 0 है, ये भी कोफिशिएंट 0 है, तो कोई भी आप सेट ले लो x1, x2, xn इस इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई नहीं करेगा. रीजन इज left side becomes 0 but right side is not equal to 0. So clearly the r plus 1th equation cannot be satisfied by any set of values of the unknowns. This means we got no solution. Okay. So the equations 1 are inconsistent, that is does not possess a solution, that is does not possess a solution. This completes the proof of this theorem of consistency. So when rank of A is equal to rank of K, this means system is said to be consistent. Clear? And when rank of A is not equal to rank of K, then system is said to be inconsistent. So let us explain this whole process in this in compact form. So procedure to test the consistency of a system of equations in n unknowns. So first find the ranks of the coefficient matrix A and the augmented matrix K. That one is the first step. And how can we evaluate? By reducing A to the triangular form by elementary row operations. Reducing A to the triangular form by elementary row operations. And let the rank of A is R and rank of K is R dash. So when R is not equal to R dash, then the system is said to be inconsistent. That is, there is no solution. And when R is equal to R dash, system is consistent but equal to n, equal to number of unknowns, then the system of equations are consistent and there is unique solution. And when R is equal to R dash means consistent but less than n, then equations are consistent and we get infinite number of solutions, and those infinite number of solutions can be obtained by choosing n minus r unknowns arbitrary. You will get the infinite number of solutions. Okay. And when we consider system of linear homogeneous equations, then we get this type of set of equations. Right side 0. Clear? So when right side is 0, then system is always consistent. इस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम में इनकंसिस्टेंसी कभी आ ही नहीं सकती है. हाँ, इस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम में सॉल्यूशन तो एग्जिस्ट करेगा बट सॉल्यूशन आर्बिट्रेरी है या नॉन आर्बिट्रेरी है. क्लियर? फाइंड द रैंक ऑफ आर, coefficient matrix A, of the coefficient matrix A by reducing it to the triangular form by the elementary operations. Case 1, if rank of A is n, then the equations have a trivial solution, not arbitrary, sorry, trivial solution. Okay. Then the equations 1 have only trivial solution, and that trivial solution is x1 is 0, x2 is 0, so on, xn is equal to 0. That one is the trivial solution. And this trivial solution is possible when rank of A is equal to n. Rank of A is equal to n. We have n unknowns and rank of A is n. We get unique solution. Clear? But in this case, we get unique solution, but that unique solution is trivial. Not you have to evaluate. Okay? And that trivial solution is x1 is 0, x2 is 0, xn is 0, and so on. When rank of A is less than n, then what happened? The equations 1 have n minus r independent solutions, and r cannot be greater than n. So n minus r independent solutions, because n minus r unknowns you can choose arbitrary. Okay? Even when you choose one unknown arbitrary, you will get infinite number of solutions. But here n minus r independent solutions, because n minus r arbitrary, you have choose these numbers. Now the number of linearly independent solutions is n minus r, means if arbitrary values are assigned to n minus r of the variables, the values of the remaining variables can be uniquely found. Clear? So, the number of linear independent solutions is n minus r, means if arbitrary values are assigned to n minus r of the variables, the values of the remaining variables can be uniquely found. Case 3, when m is less than n, that is the number of equations is less than the number of variables, clear, then the solution is always other than this trivial solution, other than the trivial solution, means x0, x10, x20, xn 0. And case 3, when m is equal to n, that is the number of equations is equal to the number of variables, clear, then the necessary and sufficient condition for solutions other than this is that determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0. Determinant of the coefficient matrix is 0. In this case, the equations are said to be consistent, obviously, and such a solution is called non-trivial solution. Non-trivial solution. The determinant is called the eliminant of the equations. Okay? The determinant is called the eliminant of the equations. So, in case of homogeneous equations, there is no problem, but in case of non-homogeneous equations, okay, we have to evaluate the rank of A as well as rank of augmented matrix. Now, let us clear the concept by using this problem, by evaluating this consistency here. Investigate the values of lambda and mu so that equations 2x plus 3y plus 5z is equal to 9, 2x plus 3y plus 5z is equal to 9, 7x plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 8, 2x plus 3y plus lambda z is equal to mu have number 1 no solution, number 2 a unique solution, and number 3 an infinite number of solutions. So, for what values of lambda and mu, this system of equations have no solution, unique solution, and infinite number of solutions. So, the given set of equations can be written as in matrix form Ax is equal to b. Ax is equal to b means 2 3 5, 2 3 5, 7 3 minus 2, 7 3 minus 2, and 2 3 lambda, 2 3 lambda, and x y z, and here 9 8 mu. So, that one is the matrix form of this system of equations. Now, augmented matrix can be written as K is equal to A B, which is equal to 2 3 5 9, 7 3 minus 2 8, 2 3 lambda mu. तो K जो augmented matrix है वो complete है और जो coefficient matrix है वो यहाँ तक है. Coefficient matrix is up to this point. Okay. Now, operating this first operation, second operation, and then we obtain 2 3 5 9 0 minus 15 minus 39 minus 47 0 0 lambda minus 5 mu minus 9. अब देखिए किसी भी कीमत पे आप इसको जीरो नहीं कर पाओगे, ठीक है, और इसको भी आप 0 0 तो कर नहीं पाओगे, ठीक है. तो इतना भी ठीक है और अब देखते हैं सॉल्यूशन कैसे निकलेगा. सो रैंक ऑफ ए एज वेल एज रैंक ऑफ के डिपेंड अपॉन दिस term lambda minus 5 and mu minus 9. So, when lambda is not equal to 5, then total number of non-zero rows in A is 3, clear. So, rank of A is 3, rank of A is 3, and since in this row this term is not equal to 0 due to lambda is not equal to 5, so rank of K is also 3. This means R is equal to R dash. So, when lambda is not equal to 5, then rank of A as well as rank of K is equal to 3. This means the given system of equations is consistent. This means this consistency does not depend upon the value of mu. So, for all value of mu, lambda is not equal to 5, the given system of equations is consistent. So, also the rank of A is equal to total number of unknowns. The given system of equations possesses a unique solution. So, lambda is not equal to 5, the given system, the equations possesses a unique solution for any values of mu, for any values of mu. So, this means that lambda is not equal to 5 for all value of mu, this system of equations have consistent, have solution, and that solution is unique. Why unique? Rank of A is 3, rank of K is 3, and total number of unknowns 3. So, we get unique solution. Okay. Now, when lambda is equal to 5, this term becomes 0. When mu is equal to 9, this term becomes 0. Means rank of A is 2, rank of K is 2. Clear? Rank of A is 2, rank of K is 2. Clear? This means system is said to be consistent. But in that case, rank is 2 of A as well as K, but total number of unknowns 3. This means 3 minus 2 unknowns means one unknown you can choose arbitrary. And when you choose one unknown arbitrary, this means that we have infinite number of solutions. Okay. So, rank of the given system of again consistent, and since the rank of A is less than the number of unknowns, so the given system of possesses an infinite number of solutions. Now, third, when lambda is equal to 5, so this term is 0 and mu is not equal to 9, this result is not equal to 0. Okay, this term is not equal to 0. Then the rank of A is 2 and rank of K is 3. Rank of A is 2 because 0 0 0, lambda is equal to 5. Rank of A is 2, but 0 0 0, but not 0. Clear? So, rank of K is 3. So, rank of A is 2, rank of K is 3, not equal, rank not equal. This means that system is said to be inconsistent, that is possesses no solution. Clear? So, in this way you can find for what values of lambda and mu this system of equations have no solution, unique solution, infinite number of solutions. Now, similarly one more problem, last problem we will discuss here. So, first write the augmented matrix, this matrix form of this linear system of equations, then write augmented matrix and then apply various operations and we obtain this type of matrix. So, this whole behavior depend upon these two numbers. So, when lambda is equal to 3, mu is equal to 10, rank is 2 of A as well as K. This means solution exists, but infinite number of solutions. Now, lambda is equal to 3, mu is not equal to 10, rank of A is 2, rank of K is 3, not equal. So, in that case system is said to be inconsistent, that is possesses no solution. Lambda is not equal to 3 for all value of mu, then rank of A is 3, rank of K is 3, total number of unknowns 3. So, we get system is said to be consistent and we get unique solution. Okay. So, you can see this when lambda is equal to 3 and mu is not equal to, then we get mu is not equal to 10, we get no solution. When lambda is not equal to 3 and for all value of mu, we get unique solution. When lambda is equal to 3, mu is equal to 10, we get infinite number of solutions. We get infinite number of solutions. So, in this way you can solve few problems related to the consistency of the system of equations. Okay. Thank you very much.